we can build this win streak up again. Too bad, I would have loved a Nymph deck. Yeah, Consumer of Crowns is incredibly tricky. I thought we are already with the Imps already, with the -2 costs on unit. Like, if you have normal unit cost, he's basically unplayable. With the Forever Flame, he's at least potentially playable. But mostly you need Volatile Gorge or Sketches of Salvation to use him. I think he's maybe a little bit underpowered right now. Yeah, Pyre Jumpers do help. But after the Pyre Jumper nerf, a single Pyre Jumper isn't even enough to play him. You have 6 energy after the Pyre Jumper and he costs 7, so you're one shot. So now, new run. We have Stygian and Remnant, and our enemy is the Seraph the Chaste. Helical Crystal is great, opening deck card, Purifying Cleanse and Cuddle Hex. I don't mind a Cuddle Hex, that's actually quite good. Yeah, we don't have any tombs, and I can't see us picking up any tombs in this specific combination. So let's get a Winged Indulgence. Winged Indulgence is pretty strong. Conduit versus Chillwind. Do we need a strong income floor, or do we need a lot of boss damage? With the 2 Helical Crystallises already on the in the deck, I like Conduit a bit more. The Frozen makes random discard and discard your entire hand cards a little bit worse, because it removes the Frozen. Cuddle Hex can go on top. Thesis with the drag in front. Yeah, the offering spells definitely benefit from the Frozen. I shouldn't have played that drag. I forgot I had the Cuddle Hex wouldn't even trigger. No, it would trigger. It's not a resolve, it's at end of turn. Resolve don't trigger when they're dazed, but end of turn does. Six damage from these two. Again, I should have kept the Frozen Lance in hand instead of wasting it. I'm not used to playing with Cuddle Hex a lot, so... If we want to kill this floor, we need to play Helical Crystallis there. Which is a bit of an issue, because I'd rather use it against the boss. Playing Train Steward here doesn't do any damage, but it gets them out of the deck. Frozen Lance wasn't enough, because the backline had 10 armor. I don't need to get him out of the deck, he will be frozen. That's a little bit extra damage. These guys will kill this guy on the first turn, then drag on the next. And that's the most damage we can get out of its hand. So we'll take it. With another Helical Crystallis, we should be fine, but we didn't draw into it. I should have calculated whether it was actually worth playing the the Scorch. These are 3 damage. Yeah, another Frozen Lance wouldn't have done anything. No, it would have. But only save. Yeah. Frozen Lance was one damage less. Should have played the Frozen Lance instead. Oh well. That 1 damage isn't that important. And here I think we want a Titan's Tooth. We need some ways to kill these backliners. These crossbowmen were really annoying. Do I want Draft? Do I want Entombed Explosive? Probably not Entombed Explosives. They are basically bad spells. We do want Draft. Not right now, but maybe we find a use for it later. Titan Sentry. Titan Sentry is a reliable way of dealing with backliners. More reliable than Titan's Tooth at the very least. The other two not that important. I would have taken a Lady of the House if there was no other good unit offered. I can use my heals on them if I... In certain situations I can use them. Like, if he would die, it's better if he dies a bit later to the burnout and still proxies a revenge a turn or two. So it's not all bad. I would love some spell upgrades, to be honest, on the Helical Crystals. Titan's Tooth maybe. Double stack could go on Titan's Tooth, but it wouldn't excite me. Holdover on Helical Crystals is fine. Consume removal is bad. Permafrost is not really needed with the Cuttle Hex. Heartstone on the Titan Sentry would be great. I don't really have a good target for multi-strike. Maybe the Draft. Large Stone on the Titan Sentry would be great. I think Merchant of Steel is more likely to give me usable upgrades. Lady of the Reformed. That makes my Draft a little bit more useful. Yeah, I can get behind a Lady of the Reformed. Large Stone. Large Stone on my Sharky boy. It's very nice. Can't gain armor. Not currently something we are looking for, but it might work out on the Titan Sentry. Strength Stone, maybe for the Draft? Probably for the Draft. Sure, let's take it. It's not great, but I will, for now at least, set my Tethys up behind the Shark. That's a decent opening hand. I don't need Draft here, so I will just save the damage on Titan Sentry and remove that wave. Lady of the Reform can go on the 2nd floor. She will need some help staying alive for now. And we want to put Drex behind her. And the Draft, of course. If anything even makes it to that floor, that is. No Cuttle Hex yet, so might as well play out everything. And we have an easy kill with our Sharky boy. Helical, Titan's Tooth, Titan's Gratitude. I don't want Titan's Gratitude, I don't really need a 2nd Titan's Tooth. I don't really need a 3rd Helical Crystallis either. Let's skip. Dripfall, Whiplash, Entombed Explosive. Whiplash is fine. We do have a few units with Burnout, especially the Draft benefits a lot from Whiplash. And I think we are good on units. Maybe a Paraffin Enforcer behind the Lady of the Reformed could work out. Cuttle Hex behind Shark, Tethys. I can do that normally if the bottom floor isn't shrunk. And I don't really care. I mean, Cuttle Hex can just go on the top floor and sit there and be fine. Paraffin Enforcer. Yeah, I can get behind the Paraffin Enforcer. Behind the Lady of the Reformed. Should be quite decent. Don't really want more units, but I also don't really want copy. I don't want to copy anything right now. So let's go for the free relic. Resin block. We do not have any reform or endless right now, but that's definitely something I could see me building towards. Cleansing water. Cleansing water helps with a lot of trials. It helps with spikes, it helps with spell shield. It's not reliable though. I do really appreciate Resin Block. I think it's a very strong relic, but our current game plan just doesn't involve us bringing back any units. Although we do have a draft, so if we can get a game plan that involves bringing back units, draft with Resin Block is really powerful. But I think we'll go Cleansing Waters. It will be more generally useful. Oh, nice! I love this event, it's so powerful. So, can we sacrifice capacity for spell damage? We do have cost reduction Tethys, so that's very juicy. I don't think we want History of the World. Maybe we want Railforger's Hammer. But currently, I think Frozen Nostalgia is the way to go. It's just so powerful with Stygian. You have so many multi-hit damage spells that go absolutely insane with that plus 15 magic power. We might need to pick up capacity though, after this fight. Currently our only incant is on the bottom, incant unit is on the bottom floor, so it makes sense to use Tethys there. And we can just freeze the dragon. Yep. Cuddle Hex actually works when dazed. No. That would have been a bad move. Lady of the Reformed and start using Whiplash on her. Sure. Paraffin Enforcer behind her. Now Paraffin Enforcer is really awkward in this combat. Because of the reduced capacity. These drags are also a bit of a problem to play out. I will just play two of them out here. We'll freeze one train steward, and once the drags are dead we can use the train steward on the top floor. I'm a bit worried about the health of my Titan sentry. Okay. We do get a bunch of units to hold, which is great as long as we do not overfill our hand with units. Let's kill this guy off. Let's use the drag first. Because if our hand is all units, that's a problem. 21, 21 or 40. 40 is less over damage. Here the heal is definitely not worth it. We do get a decent amount of frostbite on Daedalus here, so we should be fine. Okay, Formless Child, Devourer of Death, Waxen Spike. Does this deck want Formless Child? I mean, it's not terrible, but I don't really think we can use it to good effect. Possibly a Devourer of Dead. Yeah, I can freeze the drag, that's true. I think I like Devourer of Death here. On the bottom floor there will be a lot of dead units, so it should be pretty useful there. We do need a capacity. It's 4 capacity doesn't really work out with what we have right now. Unit upgrades. I don't want another Stygian unit. I want the removals. And spell upgrades are pretty good as well. Nothing that consumes just yet. Cost reduce the Titan's Tooth because we don't have any offering for it yet. Do want to think about this. I think its damage spells cost -2. Because we do have a bunch of 2-cost spells, I will probably get something else on the next upgrade. These Train Stewards are basically impossible to play right now. Maybe they are still better than the Drags actually. No, they aren't. They are 2 capacity. And then back to this shop. Do we want to consume on anything? Yeah, one of the Frozen Lances. Ah, that was a mistake. I should have calculated it beforehand. I would have loved holdover on a Helical Crystallis. Would have been amazing. Titan's Tooth, more damage. And cost reduce the Whiplash, I guess. Yeah, keeping Shark alive is definitely gonna be a challenge. We do have the Incant gain 1 armor, at least, and we can kill a lot of units off before they... do much of anything. This will kill the frontliner, this will kill the rest, that's okay. And we are guaranteed to draw Titan's entry? No, we are not. Triggering Revenge might be a bit of an issue. We did get our Titan's entry though. No spells in this hand though. Nothing dies on this floor just yet, but... Well, these guys go to the top, at least we will get some revenge from the Lady of the Reform. Middle floor gets skipped a lot anyways. I do want some extra damage on the front line here, but I guess that's not really feasible. We can kill this guy off anyways. This is 42, yeah, not quite enough. So if he takes 30 and another... one frost lance would make sense. But I think I want to use it on the bottom floor. We need to get this guy down as well after all. Currently nothing is dying on the bottom floor, which isn't the ideal situation for our Mr. Devourer. But I guess the Titan Tooth will change it. With the draft... Oh, I should have put the draft at the back line. With the draft we will actually be fine killing this next wave. So we can kill this wave here with the spells. We need to keep this draft alive. I do want this guy to hit my Lady of the Reformed exactly once and then die. So I will use these frozen lances on the bottom floor. Well, not needed at all. But that's a pretty easy boss if you fight him on the bottom floor, so... Siren Song, Guardian's Amulet, Spike of the Stygian. Guardian's Amulet is okay, but it doesn't excite me. Spike of the Stygian, not that great. Maybe I take a Siren Song. I think Siren Song is fine. We apply some Frostbite, it might be useful. Oh, Subsuming Blade, already with 20 damage. Can we upgrade it quite soon? Merchant of Magic. I think I would prefer the left side, but... Concealed Caverns aren't bad either. Yeah, let's take the Subsuming Blade. I mean, I don't have to upgrade it right away. I could still go left here and go right on this side. No, let's go right. Yeah, the blade is strong in killing armor tanks. Permafrost. Nothing yeah, Siren Song Permafrost is actually quite good. Okay, I can dig that. Cost reduction is not that important right now because we do have Tethys. Let's just reroll first. Consume removal, too bad. We don't need that. Yeah, Blade might go on a different floor, that's true. But so might Helical Crystallis, for example. Definitely want the cost reduction on Siren Song, so we'll go with that for now. Damage upgrade on Helical. 20 damage is enough to get kills with the blade. Do we want to buy removal? Let's look at the Concealed Caverns first. That is true, I suppose, yeah. We do have Cuttle Hex. Calcified Embers, then upgraded versions later, or the Stave. Stave gives us 2 extra energy each turn, which we don't entirely need. Rubble is also mostly energy, but it's also incant triggers in case that's something we want. We do have the Titan Sentry as our only relevant incant trigger. We do not fight Consume Seraph, otherwise Stave would be more interesting. Do we fight the... No, we do fight Ragefell. I think it's Kip here. I don't want these blights to clutter up my deck while I fight Fell. Let's get a removal. Heaven Seal. It's a difficult one to take, but I think we can take it. Mostly because we have the Frozen Locket and great damage spells. This is a not so great hand. Yeah, I don't like that hand. Maybe it's Lady of the Reformed Paraffin Enforcer on the middle floor. And... well, it's Frozen Land. It doesn't matter. Let's think about this. This guy has Sweep. I think it's still these guys on the top floor, Tethys on the middle. Not excited about it. Definitely not excited about it. Drag will burn out. And I drew into a Helical. That makes everything so much easier. We can even Titan's Tooth here. We could also Titan's Tooth on the bottom, but this is just safer. I think the final space on this floor. I think Cuttle Hex goes on the top actually. Yeah, draft behind Lady would be nice. The problem with that is that I don't have a room for my Cuttle Hex right now, and I kinda want the room for my Cuttle Hex. Because I do want Devourer of Death set up. That was a mistake. We gave the Master of Light Rage. This is pretty good. Whew. Oh, Tethys lives with 1 HP. And you can just go to the top floor and die to the pyre. Will hit us once, but... played the Cuttle Hex before the boss. To play the draft? Yeah, I can do that. That's definitely true. This won't be enough, huh? Might as well play them, because you can't. We purged the lifesteal. I guess that helps a bit. $50 times 2 is just not enough to kill that guy. But that's maybe exactly what we want. I forgot this guy has Sweep anyway, so he will kill the Devourer of Death for... this guy having Sweep makes the draft useless, basically. Like all these cards are useless against him. So we're looking for damage spells instead. Siren Song, we definitely won't play that against the boss, so no need to keep it in hand. We did get a pretty decent amount of Frostbite here. Titan's Tooth is probably the most damage we can do. Heal the lady up. This is 23, not a whole lot. Ouch! We were not very well prepared to deal with Sweep. But the Frostbite took him out anyway, so that's good. 2 units get plus 30 health. I mean, that's only the Devourer of Death. Does that even do anything for us? Some more Frostbite turns. Yeah, okay. I can see that. And it also prevents it dying from sweep before the boss comes around. Guardian Amulet, Drain, and Mollusk Mage. Drain is quite powerful, I think. It's just not what I really want. Skip. Intent on Death. If our Devourer of Death is charged to some degree, Intent of Death is a lot of damage. But so is Fatal Melting is also quite a decent amount of damage. But I think with the freeze, with the freeze from the Cuddle Hex, the Intent of Death is actually pretty good. These guys definitely need some upgrades, and I do want some more removals. I would like the Pyre Health, but let's actually see what's in store here. Wickstone, Eternal Stone, Battlestone. Yeah, I would like to pay health, but that's a bit too dicey. Let's buy an artifact here. Hell's Banners. Okay, I will take it. That means we can't really use the larger upgrades. I do want an additional burnout on the draft, just to make it a bit easier to play. And I guess Lady of the Reformed needs some more stats. And then we go and get the final Train Steward and one of the Drags out of here. These Frozen Lancers are actually quite decent with the Locket and our champion. Bone Shine would have been pretty okay here, yeah. Multi-strike, Rage. Let's see how well we can deal with that. On the bottom floor, we do have our Titan Sentry right away. I think I prefer to set up the other two floors though, because this one is reduced in capacity. With the additional health, he's probably better if he protects Tethys a bit longer. I do want that statue gone, and I also want that statue gone, but the bottom one doesn't really, I don't really care about the bottom one. Let's just prevent a bit of damage here. Draft goes behind the Paraffin Enforcer because we want Draft to get the rage before he attacks. Should I just let this guy through? Is that even a viable option? Definitely play the cleansers. I do want to kill this clipped reflector, but I guess he can die on the top floor. I guess we can do something like that. Oh, he has 19 attack! Holy shit, I didn't even see that. That's a problem. Was there a way to save that? Let me retry. I think there might not be a way to save that. Unless we set up differently. Get the Frostbite started on the bottom floor. But this makes Devourer of Death really bad. Because it will basically do nothing this fight. Which I guess is okay for now. If we set up lower, then Draft is not dazed, but we don't even draw Draft in time to stop this Clipped Reflector. So yeah, that's not enough. Fel following this guy around and applying rage to this guy every turn was really mean. I really didn't appreciate that Fel. Also, standing up on the bottom floor makes our Titan Sentry die real fast. Ouch! Yeah. I haven't died on Fel for a while now.